think rowing, it is the ultimate team sport. A boat cannot move without everybody contributing. You sense that pretty much right away as a rower. This boathouse supports a lot of people here, and it supports a lot of people in the community, and we play an important role in continuing that legacy. And I think for the athletes to be able to see that and do great things for others through the sport of rowing makes a big difference.
After COVID, there was a realization, I think, that we had to change our sport. It was too homogeneous. It was not a reflection of the world. It became very obvious that it was time that we had to be a part of the change in our sport, and that there needed to be more diversity, there needed to be more access.
The sport opened doors for me, and I was able to experience things in life that I never would have had the opportunity to experience thanks to the sport of rowing. And I understand the value of being able to have that opportunity, and my goal is to see that we create it in this boathouse. How can this boathouse be a model for what the sport can look like, what it should look like?
It was an opportunity to start something that provided a route, a channel to doing something greater, to changing our sport, to changing access within our sport, to making our sport better, to finding the talent and the diversity that was needed in our sport.
The idea with STEM to Stern is to provide access to communities that don't normally have access to rowing. And so the goal is to break down those barriers to access, handling things like swimming, gear and equipment, food, taking care of fees, things that allow the sport to be more possible and get some of those barriers out of the way. And the idea of the program is that we as rowing coaches aren't the primary coaches. We are there to help support the Princeton students who do serve as the coaches. They serve as the teachers and mentors and work hands-on with the kids.
In the boat, you guys are
Some of the things that we do in rowing that are just kind of second nature are really powerful tools that can translate into real-world skills.
All right, so why don't we go stern fore so we can make our way back to the dock? All right, stay focused. Good, Tyler. Try to match their feathering timing and gradually turn when you get way over your feet. Good.
For us, it seemed intuitive to bring some of these kids out to Mercer Lake where the bus might not be able to get them there, but if we can get them there and show them that there's sports that really can pave the way for you in a college life, in high school, to get scholarships, to travel the world.
Much in the way that we saw some of the students being limited in access to the sport, we also saw that they were limited in access to some of the curriculum and learning that many of the other kids in the sport might have. And so we wanted to tackle both.
The STEM part is more about trying to entice them into caring about learning, because I remember back when I was in elementary school and middle school, I was often bored kind of with the lessons, and I didn't really have any drive to want to learn about certain things just because it wasn't presented in an engaging way. And so our goal by offering the STEM part is to make these kids genuinely care about and be excited about learning. And part of that is doing group work and inviting them to use teamwork to develop new ideas and kind of spur that creativity.
I think a culture of giving is so important. It teaches you to continue giving even when you leave the team, when you graduate. It is something that I think should be mandatory for all.
And I think it's one of the most amazing things about the Princeton Boathouse is that community. There's a ton of support in it and a lot of mentorship.
I mean, kids will come to Princeton because they want to give back. And they see what's going on in our boathouse, and they see that it means something to us. And they want to be a part of that.
It has opened my eyes a lot. I've seen some of the kids since they were in 5th grade, and now they're in 9th grade on the novice team, right? I've seen kids join the novice team and then immediately get bumped up to the varsity and go to nationals. They are just such beautiful developments of what could be, who are all unique and bring so many different valuable experiences.
They remind me kind of why I care so much, and to have that reminder every week it's really beautiful to see.